Any further questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Senator Powell.
First of all, thank you, Trustee Speir, for making it here today. When you spoke, you said you talked about the truths that you've shared that have caused concern. Can you share with us some of these truths? I've been studying some of the language that has been used in the world of politics lately, and I'm not very familiar with you. So when you say truths, I am intrigued to understand what your truths are. I know, and then as a follow-up to that, you engaged in dialogue, which is interesting since I know what the First Amendment states in terms of dialogue, but I believe, it's my understanding that a lot of dialogue has been restricted amongst individuals here in the state of Florida. So can you share with us first your truths that may have caused concern, what those truths are, and then maybe the continued dialogue?
Trustee Speir, you're recognized to answer the question. I do want to remind everybody that we have a 12:30 hard stop, and I want to make sure to afford the members of the public the opportunity who have still signed up to speak. So if you don't mind keeping your answers as succinct as possible, sir, but also directed to the question, that would be appreciated.
Yes, thank you. I have to start with the truth that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Everything else comes from there, articulated in the Bible. Now, there's a lot of room for interpretation from there. But the truth specifically in relation to a hit piece would be a tweet that I sent out describing gender trans as a mental disorder. And so when I sent that out and was not shy about sending that out, and then immediately went on campus to face the wrath. And I found the students to be engaging in conversation, albeit heated, but we've worked past that. And right now, I believe that there's a lot of challenges yet to go at New College of Florida, but also the engagement and the respectful engagement, at least from what I've seen, my personal experience has been very positive.
Any follow-up?
Yes. As a follow-up, in a state where the terms diversity and equity and inclusion have been criminalized, or for the least part, added a negative connotation, and the idea of critical race theory has taken on a broader meaning than originally expected, interpreted. Your comments, and just to be clear, when we talk about truths, my original discipline is in journalism, and I understand that. Remember, the First Amendment always states, and has and will forever until somebody changes it, that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Respecting an establishment of religion. When you talk about truths, when you prohibiting the free exercise thereof, not prohibiting anybody from practicing any other religion, or prohibiting the freedom of speech, there it is right there. When you start engaging in speech, it becomes complicated. So when you have these conversations, it's abridging the freedom of press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble to petition government for redress of grievances, which if people have a problem with government, they're allowed to petition them.
Is there a question in there, Senator Powell?
Yes, sir. I'm laying out this idea that what I was told were truths in terms of the mental illness of gender affirming or gender, what we've been told dysphoria. Is that a truth, or is that what you've determined to be an opinion? And is it worrisome that in the state of Florida, conversations have been restricted and limited when it comes to diversity and equity inclusion, but you've had the freedom to have conversations at New College with people regarding what you believe to be the truth? Is that a problem?
Mr. Speir.
I'm sorry, is what a problem?
Senator Powell, if you could just briefly reiterate the question.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. These conversations that you believe are your truths to go on campus and have open dialogue and conversations when everyone else, maybe the people even at the university, have been from the top down told that they're limited and are concerned because there's certain things that they're not allowed to or freely allowed to discuss. But you as a board member are pushing your opinions or your truths onto the rest of the campus.
Mr. Speir.
Okay, I understand. First, the conversations that I'm having on campus with students, trust me, they are not shy in sharing their truths with me as well. So there is an equal exchange of what each person believes to be a truth. Now, am I concerned about the restriction of truths or of free speech, basically? I think that's what you're getting at, the concern for the restriction of free speech. Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about that on both sides. I believe that there's been a dominant ideology of wokeness in academic institutions, and I believe that that has restricted a lot of free speech. I had a discussion with a professor online and talking about Nietzsche, and you know, it was a quick little dialogue, but he said, are you requesting that we eliminate and prohibit Nietzsche from being taught in schools? I said, no. Are you prohibiting the Bible from being taught in schools? And he said, no. I thought that was a fantastic exchange, but now how do we walk that out? Me as one member of the Board of Trustees and the board together setting policy for the school, that's a different, very challenging and extraordinary circumstances that we face right now.